Hello there and welcome to Fairyland Cottage, and thanks very much for joining me here today. I'm going to share with you the 4 materials that I will look for when I'm buying undergarments. Now, I love buying secondhand, but for obvious reasons, undergarments I like to buy new. But not everybody buys secondhand, and there are sustainable materials and sustainable manufacturing processes out there. So let's start with hemp. Now, it is a miracle plant for many reasons, but namely it is the most sustainable fiber in the planet. And also, hemp is naturally antibacterial and supposedly naturally antimicrobial. And the thing with hemp is it doesn't need any use of pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, fungicides, all these things that are very damaging for humans and the planet. Also, with the growing of hemp, it naturally replenishes the soil. Hemp is naturally resistant to UV light, and it's naturally resistant to mold and mildew. Now, if we were to compare it to conventional cotton, 2 times the amount of fiber can be grown per acre than conventional cotton. It's also 4 times warmer and 4 times durable. So the thing with hemp is it lasts an incredibly long time. And the more that you wash it, the softer it gets. And for something that's right against your skin, the fact that it's naturally antibacterial, this is a great plus. Also, before I forget, it uses far less water and energy to be grown. So hemp seems to be a win-win out there. The only downside is because of laws, it can't be grown in every country. But if it was, it would really benefit the planet. Let's move on to linen. Now, linen is made from the flax plant, and the flax plant you probably know from eating flax seeds, also from things like linseed oil. It doesn't need very good soil conditions to be grown, so it's very durable and sustainable. It also is the oldest material ever used, and according to research, it can be dated back about 8000 BC and was used in the ancient Egyptian times. Like hemp, the more you wash it, the better and softer it becomes, and therefore it's more durable than conventional materials. So it's an incredibly sustainable material, and it's much easier to grow. It also needs less water and less energy to be grown. The flax plant can be grown in Ireland, and you can get Irish linen. So again, more sustainable because it's in my own country. Like hemp, linen doesn't need the use of pesticides, and also like with hemp, linen won't be necessarily dyed naturally, so that's something that you'd need to check whether the linen, the hemp that you are buying, has been dyed with plants rather than with artificial chemicals. The next material is organic cotton. Now, cotton is the most widely produced material out there, and I always thought it was sustainable because it was a natural material, but it's one of the most dirtiest materials out there in the way that it's produced and in the standards that are there for its production. And the thing with conventional cotton is the amount of harsh chemicals that are used in its production, namely pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, insecticides, all these harsh chemicals that are really damaging. They get into the waterways and they can damage humans and of course the environment. The other thing with the growing of conventional cotton is that it's all about mass production, and so with that it completely depletes the soil. So naturally, back in the day when you were doing a crop, you would then give it a rest, and you'd give the soil a rest so it could replenish, and you'd have to get the nitrogen back into the soil, and you do that by using certain crops like clover or alfalfa, and then the soil would replenish and then you'd grow again. But the thing with organic cotton is it uses far less water. The soil is not depleted like it is with conventional cotton where the harsh chemicals are used. Any company supposedly can say that they're organic even when they're not. So it's really important to check, have they got certification? And the main certification is the GOTS certification. And this not only makes sure that the quality is actually organic, so the standards are very strict for growing the cotton, but also that the standards for the workers are ethical. So with hemp, linen and organic cotton, they are all compostable at the end of their life. Last but not least is Tencel, or also known as lyocell. Tencel is actually trademarked, and so there's a lot of information out there, and it's made from sustainably managed forests. It uses less water and energy than other semi-synthetic materials. It's also supposed to be completely compostable at the end of its life. Also with Tencel, it said that there's a closed loop system. This means there is chemical solvents that are used to dissolve the pulp, but it said that they're reused to make more fiber. Also, the water that's used in Tencel is recycled back in. So I really hope you found some valuable information from those 4 materials. They're the ones that I go for. I'd love to know anything else down below, any research that you have found, send me on the link so I can read them. And chat to me as always over on Instagram. Thanks again for watching the video. I'll chat to you during the week. Have a wonderful week and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.